morning, everybody. Day 19. Day 19 means we are just about 2/3 of the way through this 30-day challenge. And as always, I want to start off by thanking all of you that have been showing up every morning. And for those of you that have been catching the replay, we have people from all over the world inside of this group. It's really cool. And it just reminds us that mobility and this game we call golf are universal. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter the language you speak, doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. Mute you. Okay, so we should be unmuted. If anybody is watching this live right now, if you could just drop a hashtag live down into the comments, let me know that you can still hear me. Otherwise, just going to continue to tag everybody. For those of you watching the replay, if you have been missing these tags, let me know. All right, let's get after it. It's day 19. You guys know the routine by now. At this point, we're just building that habit of showing up every day and doing it. Now, I'm going to be playing golf later today. Now, when I get to the golf course, I'm going to do this routine again when I get to the driving range, or sometimes I do it in the parking lot. But even still, I'm going to spend extra time doing it this morning, because when I get to the golf course, I don't want that to be my warm-up. I want that to be my body prep. Okay, and I just need to get everything ready to go before we get there. So let's get after it. Balance nice and high. I'm going to close my eyes today. I'm feeling good. Center my focus. Breathe. And now we're working on our mobility, but we're also working on our stability. We don't want one without the other. Range of motion without the ability to control it does us no good. And strength and the ability to control and move things without the ability to move, that also does us no good. So we need a balance. Okay, if we're purely flexible with no strength, we run into a condition known as hypermobility. And then if we have strength but no mobility or flexibility, right, then we run into stiffness. We don't want either of those. We want a balance. We want a balance of flexibility and stability. And that's what mobility is. Mobility is the ability to move and perform and do anything at any time, anywhere at a moment's notice. That's the root of what makes us successful as a species. Humans have always been able to just get up and go. You look at basically any animal in the animal kingdom, and for the most part, that's it. They're ready to go. Okay, something happens, an intruder comes into the woods and starts to attack an animal's home. They're ready to go. They don't have to wake up and have their cup of coffee and stretch out and do all the stuff. No, they're just ready to go. And that's why we incorporate this routine into our day. Because once we've done this in the morning, assuming that we continue to move and be proactive and active throughout the day, then what happens is we're ready to go when we need to. And this was I'll call it a promise to myself that I made a few years back of, maybe you run into this as well. We run into that issue of like, oh, I got to warm up first. I'm not ready. I can't do that. I need to warm up. Or, we hear all the time as we get older, I need to stretch out. I need to do this. I need to do that. And yes, there's some truth to that. That's why we do the power warm up later in the day before we play, even if we've already done it that day. But the purpose here is to just be ready. I don't want to, if I have an opportunity in front of me, if I have an opportunity to go play some golf or to do whatever it is I want to do, I don't want to have to get there and be like, oh, let me prep myself. Nah. I can prep myself even more to be more ready. But the general stuff, I just want to be ready to go. Walk the dogs? Okay. I can't tell you how many times walking the dogs has turned into running the dogs. Why not? Most people would say, oh, I can't go for a run. I got to stretch out. I got to warm up. I got to stretch out. And I'm looking at it as, look, if I'm walking the dogs and I'm feeling good and I just want to turn that walk into a jog, why not? Be ready. Be mobile. Be proactive. It's not just doing our stretches. It's more of a philosophy, a lifestyle. The idea that, None of us inside this community want to be held back because of our body. None of us. Don't let your body hold you back from playing good golf. Have it ready. 5 to 10 minutes a day makes a huge difference so long as you stay consistent. If you do this 30-day challenge, and then once the end of September is here and October comes around and you stop doing it, well, I appreciate you having been here for September. But for this to really last, for this to really stick, for you to really get the benefit out of it, this is something you incorporate your whole life. It's like if you want to become healthy and lose weight, you don't just eat salad for a week and then, oh, I did it. No, it is a lifestyle change. You make healthier decisions. You choose better foods because it's in alignment with the person you're trying to become. And inside this community, we're trying to become the best versions of ourselves. We all believe as movers that when we move better, we play better. And we also believe as movers that there is a physical and an emotional and spiritual side. Okay, it's not just about, okay, I'm going to play golf, let me move my club. No, it's let me allow the club to be moved by my body. Here's the shot. Here's the shot I'm trying to hit. There's no one shot. There's an infinite number of shots, but you're focusing on one. And you focus on that shot and you let it come to you, and it tells your body subconsciously, here's what we need to do. And if your body is capable of doing that, then you're usually going to have a good shot. Now, sure, there might be some technical things that you need to iron out to make it repeatable, but the way I like to think about it is there's two lenses that we can look through, and there's a time and place for both. The first one is let the swing you make determine the shot you hit. Okay? And that's where most of us start out. If you're new to this game, that's where you have to start out. You got to get the fundamentals. You have to learn how to hold the club, how to aim, how to set your body up and build your stance and all that stuff. You need to learn how to make a swing and then see what that swing does. Hey, I'm going to make this swing. Oh, that one curve to the right. When we make this swing, that one curve to the left. So that's the first level of getting in, learning your fundamentals and understanding that the swing that you make will determine the shot that you hit. But at a certain point, once you've learned those fundamentals and you've practiced them enough where they become somewhat automatic, then the next level is letting the shot you need to hit determine the swing that you make. We flip it on its head. It's no longer, all right, if I make this swing, it's going to fade to the right. Now it's, okay, this shot, because of where I am on the fairway and where the hole is tucked and where the trouble is, I need to curve this one to the right. Great. Now I'll make this swing. And that's what the best players in the world do, is they let the course and the situation determine the shot that they hit. Now, granted, they're never going to hit a shot that's outside of their wheelhouse, okay? And that's where the fundamentals come in. If you just, for the life of you, can't make the ball curve left, even if the course is asking you to make the ball curve left, don't do that shot, okay? Don't set yourself up for failure. Work within your limitations. If it's something you can't do, work on it until you can do it. But once you can do it, you got to trust it. And you got to trust it and you got to commit to it. And at the same time, you have to be open and willing to change it to improve it over time. One of my favorite quotes is from Abraham Lincoln. And he said something, I'll paraphrase, but something to the effect of, show me a better way and I'll become a believer. And it's that idea that, look, I'm not saying I'm right. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying if you present better information and you can disprove my current beliefs, I'll accept it and buy into it, because that's the process of growth. So we never want to get stuck in this mindset of I already got it all figured out, because especially in golf, it's an infinite game. You can't ever win. Okay? You're just trying to improve each day. So we have to be open to that process. And just like that, everybody, 5-10 minutes, we're done. Power warm-up is over. Day 19 is complete. I'm feeling good. I want to hear about you guys. How are you feeling? 19 days into this process, what's been the biggest change that you've experienced compared to almost 3 weeks ago now when you started? Are you finding, hey, I can almost touch my toes now, or now I can touch my toes? Are you finding that your shots are going farther? Are you finding that you can now work the ball better than you could before? Are you finding that your scores are coming down? Are you finding that there's less aches and pains in your shoulders and your neck and your back and your hips? Whatever it is. I want to hear from all of you inside of this community, because that's what this community is all about. I am here for you. You decided that you wanted to be a part of this group and learn how to be proactive with your mobility. And because of that, I'm going to provide that value for you guys. But in return, I just ask for that little bit of feedback. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you've improved. It goes a very long way in spreading this message so that we can continue to grow this community. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. I will catch you all tomorrow for day 20. Move better. Play better.